So let's talk about where you live in your country. What kind of town or city do you live in?
I'm now living in Chongli, which my university is in Chongli, so I live in Chongli right now. And this city is kind of small because that district is not very big, and but it's very convenient for me to like travel to some place I want to go. Yeah.
I live in Taoyuan, which is a city that have a lot of factories, and they have many people live there, but do not have any, too many entertainment.
Actually, my hometown is a coastal city, and it's specialized in transportations. And most of the business consists of transport goods to overseas. And most of my friends and their parents, they just do this kind of related business.
I live in a coastal city named Weihai.
Sorry?
What kind of town or city do you live in?
I live in a middle city in the mainland China. It's not a very big or very small city, but it's quite beautiful and have very spicy food for me.
Here's another short little video about part 1, topic 1.
So let's talk about where you live in your country. What kind of town or city do you live in?
Here's sample 1. This is kind of a hard question to answer because you need to think about what kind of city you live in.
I'm now living.
There's a main verb live and there's a be verb am. Get rid of the am.
Chongli, which my university is in Chongli, so I live in Chongli right now.
Okay, so all of this is not necessary. The question is what kind? What kind? So here he's starting to describe it. The city is kind of small, so I live in a small city.
And this city is kind of small because that district is not very big. And
okay, I don't know why there's an S after big. And look at the logic here. It's only small because it's not big.
That district is not very big, and but it's very convenient for me to like travel to some place I want to go. Yeah.
Okay, so if I were him, I would say the city I live in is pretty small, but its size makes it convenient to get around, not travel to some place I want to go. Get around. Its size makes it convenient to get around. In English, no one is going to say to travel to some place I want to go. It's not the way people talk. Here is sample 2.
I live in Taoyuan, which is a city that have a lot of factories.
Okay, so it's a pretty industrial city. If it's got a lot of factories, it's industrial.
And they have many people live there.
Okay, here comes the Chinese grammar again. They have. Who's they? I'm not sure. So many people live there. So it's an industrial city where many people live.
But do not have any...
Here's a verb. I don't know what's the subject here. There's no subject. Do. There are not too many. There are not too many.
Too many entertainment.
Oh, entertainment is not countable. So there isn't too much entertainment. Okay, so these are conflicting ideas. Not conflicting, contrasting ideas. So even though many people live there, there's not a whole lot of entertainment. Why not say that instead? Here is sample 3.
Actually, my hometown is a coastal city.
Oh, listen to this woman. Coastal city. That's such a great adjective. Coastal city.
And it's specialized in transportation.
I think here, instead of using the passive, it's specialized in. I don't know what is going on here. Why not say it specializes? I don't know what she's doing here, because here this be verb and here there's a main verb. Okay, so it specializes in transportation.
In transportations.
Transportation is not countable, so there's no S. It specializes in transportation.
And most of the business consists of transport goods to overseas.
Here we have a preposition. Here we have a verb. Well, that doesn't work. So most of the business consists of transporting goods overseas. There's no to. To overseas. I guess you can't say to. But you can also leave it out. So we could say most of the business consists of transporting goods overseas.
To overseas. And most of my friends and their parents, they...
And here she has this double subject again. My friends and then they. Well, they is your friends, so let's drop the they. Just my friends and their parents.
They just do this kind of related business.
Look at the vocabulary here, also related business. So this woman has decent vocabulary she's using. Pretty easy to understand. Good vocabulary. Sample 4.
I live in a coastal city.
Coastal, not costal.
Named Weihai.
Short, but hey, you described it as coastal. Sample 5.
Sorry?
What kind of town or city do you live in?
I live in a middle city.
I'm not sure what a middle city is. Is that like a mid-sized city? Maybe? Mid-sized?
In the mainland China.
Mainland China, there's no duh.
It's not a very big or very small city, but...
Well, if this is mid-sized, because I'm not sure, then it wouldn't be necessary to say it's not big, it's not small, because that's what mid-sized means, right?
Small city, but it's quite beautiful and have very spicy food.
The city has a lot of very spicy food for me. I don't know why the food is just for him. But anyway, so there's a lot of spicy food in this mid-sized city.